Hi, my name's Richard. I'm from Canberra Home Builders. Today we're going to be looking at WRB. And you might ask, what's WRB? Well, when you drive around the suburbs seeing the new buildings going up, new homes, you'll see different coloured wall wraps that are wrapped around the frames. What the wall wrap does, or what the WRB is exactly, it protects it from the weather. So it's a water resistant barrier. So what we're trying to do is wrap our homes and make them more durable. And one very important part that gets missed a lot is none of the joints are taped and none of the windows are taped to the WRB to give us full enclosure of that building envelope. So when you see buildings, they have this beautiful wall wrap go around them, and then the wall wrap is cut around the window. There's no tape going around the windows. That's what we're trying to avoid, and I suppose that's that's our point of difference, is we pay attention to these details. So what we're looking at today is the different qualities of tape that we use, because we see on some social media posts that, oh, should we tape, should we not tape, do we need to let our walls breathe, we need the fresh air coming into our house. Well, the answer is no, we need to tape them. We need to stop the elements outside coming inside. But more importantly, what happens is, through building science, we know that warm air is attracted to cold air, and so what that does is we create a lot of moisture in the home through breathing. Just humans, we exhaust a lot of moisture in our breath. Around about 30 adults, 30 or 40 cubic meters an hour we exhume. We cook, we take showers, so we create a lot of humidity in the air. Now, when the air is warmer, say 20 degrees inside a home, it has the capacity to carry a lot more grams per cubic meter of moisture, even though it might be 54% outside and 55% inside. There's a lot of difference in the amount of water per cubic meter, or water vapor. So what happens is, when we have air leakage coming through the dwelling, it's cold air in Canberra, we're built in a cold climate, we have cold air coming into the dwelling, and so what happens is that hot air is drawn through, it migrates through the gyprock, it goes through the cracks in the walls, architraves, skirtings, all sorts of ways, and then it will migrate through the wall assembly, through the insulation, and then into the timbers and outside. So what that does is that degrades the effectiveness of the insulation and all the materials inside that wall. And long term, 4, 5, 10, 20 years, you can end up with some really bad mould and condensation inside your wall, and it just degrades the performance of the insulation. So that's why we say that we've got to tape all of our membranes, we've got to tape around our windows, we've got to ensure that there's no cold air drafts coming into the house. The material, the WRB that we use, it's a vapour permeable material, so it will not let water into the home, but it will let moisture migrate through the material. It's an intuitive material, and it has a one-way system built into it. So it's a very good system. So let's look at the tapes. That's what we're talking about today. We've got 2 tapes, one that you see used in the industry for many years now, and one of the tapes that we use, which is from Germany. Just down here, so we've got the silver tape, which is the industry standard. We've just got a WRB material here, which is just an industry standard material, and then we've got another tape here which we use, and it comes through Proclimer. We don't get paid for advertising or promoting their products, but through their research, they provide a lot of good information on how to use their products, how to get the best value and durability from the product. If you're ever concerned about what your builder's doing, have a chat to them and ask them why or why not. And then for those people at home that might do a bit of work themselves, if they want to wrap the dwelling, the first point of call is not so much to jump onto social media, but ring the manufacturer of the product and get their advice on what you need to do, how you need to do it, and what's going to make it perform to its maximum ability. All companies around the world spend a lot of money on R&D, and they're quite happy to help in the technical aspect of how to use their products, because they want to see the best for their products. So anyway, we'll just look at these two tapes. Now, this is just a standard silver tape. You just roll it on, apply some pressure on it, and it's all done. This one here, we know from the manufacturer, speaking with them, that this is a special pressure activated adhesive on this material. So we have an applicator, either that applicator or a roller, and we have to apply some pressure, and that activates the glue. And then we'll do the same to this one. And what we're looking for is the adhesion strength to the material. So if we pull that one off, it comes with a bit of resistance. It's taking away some of the material there. You can see it's taking away some of the material there on the face of the tape. So let's look at the next one, which is the one that we use. And that's taking a fair bit of resistance to peel that up. And eventually what it does is it tears the face of the fabric. So you can see the performance difference of the adhesive in the product. A lot of people say to us, oh, you're a little bit more expensive than some builders. And generally we might be only 5 or 10% more. But all the products that we use, yes, they're a little bit more expensive. So this material here, it's probably around $20 a roll. This one here is about $75, $80 a roll. But this is the stuff that gets tucked away inside walls that you can't do anything with afterwards. You can't fix it afterwards. So we absolutely have to make sure that we do our best work behind our walls. All the good work that we do, it's unseen once the house is finished and handed over. Anyway, I hope this helps you in the selection of materials. But yeah, speak to the manufacturers on if you're doing it yourself, or your builder wants to know more information about what you're trying to assist them with. They're very, very helpful. So yeah, thank you for your time, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.